All right. So I'm driving right now. I just left the bank. I'm going right now to an ATM. It's not my ATM. It is an ATM that I vote for. And basically what that means is I don't own it. It's someone else's, but I put in the cash. So for every transaction, I get a cut because I'm putting in my cash in there. So right now I do own 3 that are mine. I'm working on getting a 4th probably this week. I'll probably get another one. I really want to get 2 by the end of the year, honestly, but we'll see how things go. But the next thing I wanted to really talk about is more like the update. Cause the biggest thing that people ask me is, like whether it's on Facebook, a comment like, like what are your profits? What do you make? Is it profitable? And to be honest, like when you first start a business, it's not even about the ATM business. It could be any business in general. If you're worried about the profits right off rip, it's rare that you're going to make money like that. Like, at the snap of a finger. It's a process most of the time. And a lot of people don't want to go through that. And the main reasons why they don't want to go through that, not because it's hard. It's not even that, like, that's part of it, but it's a mind fuck because so many people, oh shit, it's raining. So many people are usually just working a 9 to 5 and they know when they work, whatever, if they get paid every 2 weeks or every week, whatever it is, they know they're going to work and they're going to get that check. And let's just say it's $1,000. I don't know, making up a number. You know you're going to get that check regardless because you're showing up at work and you're going to get that paycheck. So you have like that security and safety. And I get that. I think that that's fine. There's nothing, I still work my full-time job, and I'm still doing this and I want to grow it. So maybe one day I don't have to work my full-time job. But regardless, it's a really mind fuck because you start this business, you spend maybe a couple thousand, maybe you spend 10,000, whatever your number is to start the business, you start it up. And then it's like, okay, you maybe make a little money, maybe you're not making any at all. And it's hard to hang in there and be like, well, I spent this money and I'm not making any money. Some people do at first and they do decent, sure. But I would argue most people don't. And then so you're going into this, I spent this money and I'm making nothing. So it's the complete opposite of working a job because you get a job, you go to the interview. Sure, what? You waste some gas going to the interview. Maybe it's 2 or 3 interviews because if it's like maybe a decent job, maybe. And then you know you're going to get your check. So you're still going to get your check in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. If you get paid every 2 weeks, you wait a little bit, you get your first check. Fantastic. But when it comes to business, you might not really see a profit. And a profit, I mean, even a profit to where you can pay yourself something. I've had my business for a couple years now. What am I going on? 3 years, I think, with the end of 2025. And I have my business credit cards, but I spend mostly on business stuff. And sometimes it could be like some lunches so I can write it off on taxes. That's always a positive. Like there's that too. There's always a tax write off, of course. But I still haven't really paid myself. It's not like I have a set amount of, at least I'm making $300 a month for myself. Any money that my business makes for the most part, it goes back to the business, whether it's Volt Cash, trying to buy another ATM, what else? Any other minor expenses? Like I gotta buy some stuff to install. Like, when you install the ATM, you get screws to bolt it in. Like, yeah, so, but that's the mind fuck that a lot of people can't get over. And it's one of the main questions that I've always asked. And I know off rip when someone messages me or texts me or emails me or saying, like, what are your profits? Is it profitable? You're already not in the right mindset. You just have to do it. And then when you see a certain, cause you get a number. Let's just say, I don't even know how to put this into words specifically because it's hard to say in a way where a lot of people would understand. And there's nothing to it. There's no metric to improve on. There you go. That's what I want to say. There's no metric to improve on. If I start a business, let's say I spend $5,000 to start my business. I see I made $300 my first month. It's just so yeah, obviously you wish, I wish I did a couple thousand or sure, absolutely. But you made $300, cool. That's your metric. Okay, what sold the best? Even if it's a small pool, what do you think from that information of $300, whether it's one article, 10 articles of clothing or whatever the product is or service, you need that metric to improve from there. So right then and there, if you're asking me prior to that, am I profitable? Am I going to make money with this? I mean, ideally it's a business, so eventually you'll get there, but you're not going to get there the first couple of years. The first 3 years of a business, most of the time they're not even profitable. Look up Uber's story. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, like I read articles where like Uber was losing money the first couple of years, and they stayed in business. And now look at Uber. You know, you got Uber Eats, you got Uber this, you got whatever they fucking do now. So that's good for them. So this is why it's really, really important that you kind of just take the leap. If you have money saved up and you have some extra money to put into a business, you're working hard and you want to start whatever business, whatever, it could be anything. It doesn't have to be ATMs or POS systems like me, but you know, you just kind of got to take the leap. And then once a couple months goes by, you see some sales, you see some this, you keep on improving, and keep on improving. And then a year ago, and 2 years ago, you look back, you see that jump. And I think that mindfuck is what really gets people. And that's what you need to overcome, because, you know, I started late in 2022 or 2023. I think it was 2022. And I started late, December, because I opened up my LLC like November, I think it was, or whatever. So like I got my first ATM installed, you know, in December, like installed officially up and running. I think I made $12. So it's a couple transactions for that month. That was like mid-month, I think. Not too long before Christmas. And so for that year, when I did my taxes, I was like, I make $12. Okay. So that was like my first year, I guess, somewhat. You know, 20, now skip ahead a little bit. I'll skip ahead a year, 2023. I'm doing my taxes for 2023. I think I made $750 for the year. This is for the year. And this is, I think I only had 2 ATMs at the time. Or did I have 3? Well, my locations that I have now are more secure, so, you know, whatever. And then the year after that, I really, really did good. Last year, so 23, 24, yeah, so I started 2022, 2023, I made $750 for the year. Right. And then 2024, I made 3,500-ish. So like, so let's break down the numbers. So the numbers are low. Fantastic. But look at the jump. I went from 12 to 750, from 750 to 3,500. So if I just that's more than double. That's more than double. I don't even know what the percentage would be on that jump of revenue from my business. Now, did I take home any money for myself? Do I still need to work a full-time job? Yes. But me saying this and just posting this and documenting this shows like there is a growth. So my goal for myself, like I said earlier in the video, is to get at least one more ATM. Because right now, if I did nothing, because I got my locations late last year, one of them, which was a laundromat, and since it was later in the year, I don't have a full year of it. So ideally, let's say I did nothing, and I just have my 3 ATMs, I'm bolting the 4th, I'll probably make around, I don't know, maybe 4,000, 4,500. I would say in that range doing nothing. So if I expand my business, grow your business, using my job income to go for it, to make it grow, then another ATM, shit, that could be another jump for me. And if I can get 2 by the end of the year, I'm definitely getting one probably this week or probably next week. I'm probably going to get it. So if I get a second one, that'll give me 5 ATMs, one I'm bolting, responsible for. So then, you know, next year, reporting on my 2025 taxes, maybe it can be like at maybe 5,000, 6,000, maybe, depending on, this is assuming that the locations are like decent, like it's not going crazy. And I could land a crazy location that does fantastic, sure. But anyways, I just wanted to give that update, give my words on a mindfuck, and I'm gonna leave it at that.